Okay, everybody, let's dive into the essential guide to the passive voice. We'll look at when to use it, how to form it, and a few advanced structures as well. The passive voice is used when the person or the object who experiences the action is more important than the one who performs it. We have a perfect example here, actually. The passive voice is used. See, we don't care who uses it. We focus on the passive voice itself. Or look in the other one. This tower was built in 1324. Who built it? Irrelevant. The tower is important here. The passive voice is also used when we genuinely don't know what or who performed the action. Oh, it seems that the door has been left unlocked. I wonder who's responsible for that. So we don't know who the culprit is, but we do notice the fact the door has been left unlocked. Of course, we can choose to express who performed the action if this information is actually relevant. Like a Rolling Stone was composed and released by Bob Dylan in 1965. I need to mention the author, otherwise the information I'm giving is incomplete, so I mention Bob Dylan. Right, so these would be the contexts in which we use the passive voice, to which I would add the fact that the structure in itself is a bit more formal than others, perhaps, so more likely to appear in written discourse rather than in spoken language. But let's see how we form it. We will start from the previous example and notice that like a rolling stone is the subject, then we have the verb to be, the auxiliary verb, two verbs in this case, two main verbs composed and released in the past participle, and then the agent as it is called. Plus the rest of the sentence, in this case it's the year, it's the time, could be anything really. What we need to understand is that the verb to be, the auxiliary verb, is the one responsible for the tense. So it's the one that's responsible for placing the action in time, as we will see in the following examples. I don't think the project was finished last week. There we have it, the verb to be in the past tense. This is what indicates the tense, or is going to be finished on time, has been finished yet, had been finished until they hired extra staff. Whatever tense we need to express, we do it with the verb to be, as we can see in these examples. Finally, some special structures, as I like to call them, a bit more advanced, which will make our written texts even more formal and more impressive. We've got here two examples of active voice sentences, and we'll try to make them even fancier. So we could say, it is thought, it is said, it is believed that the situation hasn't been handled properly. What we do is that we don't even focus on the authorities anymore. We focus on the situation and we employ two passive voices. Another way would be to focus more on the authorities and to blame them for this. The authorities are thought, said, believed to have handled the situation poorly, which is the opposite of properly. And then with the rumor, we can say, he's rumored to be training for next month's marathon. And we use passive voice plus the infinitive. And it's this infinitive that I like to focus on here. In the example above, to have handled shows that the action happened sometime in the past, and then to be training shows that the action is ongoing, it's still happening. So we can use perfect infinitive or a form of the present or continuous infinitive as well. So this is all you need to know about the passive voice. I hope you will use it successfully. Good luck in the future.